Hey. So I heard you're bad at Scout and want to improve.
Yes?
Well, look no further. This is a series to explain how to scout and things. And this is how to scout. Are you ready to learn?
Yes.
Then let's get started. Scout is pretty hard, and you will die a lot. Scout's gameplay may not be considered hard, but having to juggle your toolkit and the many things working against you makes it much, much harder. But fear not. To get good at Scout, you have to understand your toolset, practice, and experience. And obviously, don't be scared of because it's just a part of the learning process. You will die, you will learn from that experience, and then you will hopefully die less. And don't be discouraged if you're having a bad streak or a bad day. That happens to everybody, even me. And please do not become those lime-colored scums.
But Dr. Replier, how do I actually play the Scout?
Well, dear viewer, I'm glad you asked, and that's what you are here to learn. Scout has 4 distinct tools in his toolkit, and you need to learn how to use all of them. That means learning how to use your scattergun, secondary, melee, and movement. Let's start off with the most unique part of Scout. Movement. Scout's movement is unique because of 2 very simple but important things. His pure and unmatched speed and his ability to double jump. Speed is Scout's most formidable asset, empowering him to dart around the battlefield, evade enemy fire, and break ankles. It also allows him to be aggressive and head-on, or be sneaky and take flank routes and surprise the enemy from behind. The speed boost can also get him much closer to his foes, or make the best use of his primary, or get away if it gets too scary. Scout's double jump is his other movement tool. You can get to places most classes only dream of. Also helps to take more aggressive flank routes or hide in unexpected places. His double jump allows you to dodge direct attacks, making it easier to deal with classes like heavy and soldier, and to punish classes like snipers, medics, or lone engineers. You see this? Yeah. This is every other class in the game. This is their capture rate. A boring 100%. Now you see this? That can be you. Yes, Scout has the ability to count as 2 people and capture control points or payloads 50% faster. Meaning, while other classes have to use unlocks or the power of friendship, you can pivot the outcome of any game drastically, just using your movement. Movement is cool and all, but that alone won't do much for you if you can't kill the enemy. And that's where the coconut gun comes in. Scout has probably the best primary in the game, period. What makes it so good? You might be asking yourself, well, I am glad you asked. The scattergun is basically a pulse shotgun. Just like your normal shotgun has 6 rounds in its chambers, 32 in its reserve, and 10 pellets per shot. But where the scattergun differs is at doing a whopping 1.5 HP more than your typical shotgun per pellet. And you might be thinking, 1.5 HP? That's nothing. But adding everything up, if you connect your shots, then it deals 105 damage instead of the usual 90 from the shotgun. And trust me, that can be the difference between life and death. Brains. The scattergun also reloads faster, so you can get into another fight quicker or give yourself a better chance to survive. Sometimes your scattergun needs that little boost, and that's where your secondary comes in, to aid your scattergun in times where it's out of juice, or should I say, milk.
Grass grows, birds fly, sun shines, and brother, I hurt people.
Scout has an amazing and diverse set of secondaries. You can put them in two camps, active and passive. Active secondaries are the pistol and cleaver. They're active because they directly cause pain and suffering. The active secondaries are great at picking up where the scattergun left off. Use them to finish off wounded enemies or engage them at a distance. Passive secondaries are liquids. These are passive because they indirectly cause pain and suffering. Passive secondaries are great for enhancing the effectiveness of the scattergun. It's like a power-up for a short duration. But what happens when you run out? You got no more juice. The mag's empty. Well, there's only one thing to do. Scout has another way of being weird and quirky, his melee. He's the only character to attack every 0.5 seconds, compared to the usual 0.8 of other classes, but as a drawback, doing almost half of the damage. And you know random crits? Random crits on Scout don't even insta-kill, so your melee should be used like a hammer. They are much better as tools and not a weapon.
Thank you, Dr. Replier, for teaching me. Now I know how to play Scout.
Attaboy! Now go out there and... Oh, no.